Hello everyone, gshock here. Welcome back to another G-Shock review video. Today we're gonna have a look at a brand new Rangeman, probably be one of the best G-Shock for the year. And for that, let's go back in history. Believe it or not, it's already been like 10 years ever since the first Rangeman came out into the market with the reference number of GW-9400, released way back in 2013 at a price of around 52,000 Japanese yen. 10 years later, after people had already got accustomed to the big case sizes G-Shock watch, this is it, the GPR-H1000 model, upgraded in every single way, which I highlight afterwards, but only costs 66,000 Japanese yen. With everything that this watch has to offer, times better in comparison to the first generation Rangeman, and that small increase in price point, it is pretty much the best G-Shock, even when compared to other Master of G that we got today. Now, aside from that, this watch still maintains all of the heritage of a Rangeman, such as a full digital display, which is a must-have as a Rangeman model. Second of all, of course, you need to have the Rangeman name on it. And next is the popular Black Panther logo on the back side, although in this case it is quite small. But the sensor arrangement look like a cat paw, so I guess that's gotta do it. Next up, one of the coolest thing about the Rangeman is the fact that it still has this unique design to it that is nothing like everything else at the time. Back in 2013, when the first Rangeman came out, it looked nothing like every other G-Shock that was released before or at the current year. And then it got popularity. Casio came out with the GPR-B1000 Rangeman GPS equipped in 2018. Also a game changer at the time. And now, another design for the Rangeman with this really cool looking, also nothing like everything else that we have today as far as design wise. So let me bring some other G-Shock over here. This is a quick comparison. The Frogman G-Shock watch, a really massive watch, and you can see the size, it is slightly smaller, and for everything that it has to offer with that sizing is incredibly impressive. Comparing that, this watch really can't do a lot of things. I used to like this GR-B200 Gravity Master G-Shock watch because when it first came out, it is one of the few G-Shock that has a lot of function plus Bluetooth equipped inside of it and is still maintaining its traditional G-Shock movement. Unlike on some of the popular one, the GSW-H1000, which literally remove everything about G-Shock except for the design and uses a Google OS. This is pretty much the only G-Shock real smartwatch out there, but it is just too big. Look at that. Anyway, this watch, in my opinion, is pretty much the perfect G-Shock that we have so far. It has a functionality like a smartwatch and a hardware built like a premium Master of G category G-Shock like the Frogman, or in my race right now, the GWG B1000 Mod Master G-Shock, because it has metal and resin combined into it. Same goes with this Rangeman, and again, the retail price, believe it or not, 66,000 Japanese yen only. You got a premium build, premium design, tougher. As we all know, this is a Master of G, which means it received a special treatment from Casio. Not saying that ordinary G-Shock was built without toughness in mind. All of them was built with toughness in its design, in its idea, in its concept. But the Master of G category, believe it or not, received a step-up special treatment in its material, design. Everything is just slightly improved in comparison to the entry-level G-Shock. And for the price, in my case, believe it or not, shout out to Buy Japan for making this possible actually. I only paid around $315 only, brand new JDM version. If I'm not mistaken, 1 or 2 days after the watch came out as well, directly straight from Japan. I checked the price today. If I were to buy this one locally at a G-Shock store, even online, the price would be still higher than what I paid when it first came out. That is how impressive the site is. And so I highly recommend you to go to the link down in the description box below. Check the link, sign up totally for free, look for this watch yourself. Maybe you'll find one a lot cheaper than I did today. But do remember to use the discount coupon so you could save a bit more. And with that price point, believe it or not, there's nothing else that could beat this Rangeman G-Shock watch. It has so many functions, speaking of which, let's run through all of them. That it's not the best thing, it's software-wise, it's not like a smartwatch that could do so many things, but for a G-Shock watch standard, you could see that they're trying to give us as much function as possible without compromising battery, and in this case they even partner up with Polar, an established fitness watch manufacturer, that gave us a better algorithm built into the watch for this breathing exercise function, cardio status, and nightly recharge. So many things here that you could use, and believe it or not, even though it has Bluetooth function, you don't necessarily need to pair this watch to your phone for it to work, except for this notification part, of course, to connect to your phone. But believe it or not, in my case, I've been wearing this for about 3 months now, up to date. I haven't even paired it to my phone, and the watch still works, which is amazing because I know there's some watch brand out there which require you to use their app, require you to pair to your phone before you could use it, even though you already paid for it. So this is not as a big of a deal, but looking for future proofing, this is very important, knowing that you don't necessarily need to use your phone all the time for the watch to work. That is important. Second of all, since it is kind of a smartwatch, the battery might be an issue to most people. And indeed, in my case, if I use the GPS function for this added biking, outdoor running, trekking, walking outside, trail running, open water swimming, pool swimming, it will automatically turn off the GPS, by the way. Interval timer off GPS. Gym workout also off with the GPS as well. Anyway, if I use the GPS function, the watch will only last, I don't know, 2 days. So if I turn it off, it's pretty much, it lasts all the time. And even after owning this for about 3 months times now, I only charge it up 2 times. That is something that not a lot of watch manufacturer could claim, but this is obviously depending on how often you use it up. And one other cool thing that I want to highlight is the fact that you could change the watch face, which is kind of cool that no other previously released G-Shock could do. 5 different variants. I'll show you guys all of them right here. But this is such a shame actually, because they literally have plenty of opportunity over here to create a watch face that mimicking at least the first generation GW9400 Rangeman in this design. The closest one they did is the face number 2 over here, which kind of looked like a standard GW6900 in a way, but knowing that they're using MIP display, which pretty much unlimited in this design, they could just make a Rangeman face, but such a loss of opportunity there. Regardless, it is still looking good. You could custom it up however you want, and this is something that you need to feel by yourself actually. Each button, any one of the 5 buttons you press, will turn on the LED backlighting, will turn on the vibration function, and also beep as well. So 3 different settings you could do in here. You could turn any one of them off or on depending on your preferences. Of course, that's gonna drain some battery, but then again, it has solar panel around it as well. It is tiny, but it could work. But if you want to charge it up, you need to use this 2-pin cable on the back. So this brings us to the next cool thing about this Rangeman in general, I would say. So for example, let me put this down for a quick. One of the first G-Shock that has a charging cable was this H1000 G-Shock, by the way. They use 3-pin cable and it looks like something like this. You need to clip it on the back like that. You need to look at it, find it, align it, and clip it, and then it will charge. And then Casio came out with this H1000 down here. This is how the chargers look like. It is magnetic cable. Plug it in like that. It is kind of loose, but it does help with the fact that you don't have to take the watch off your wrist. So that's kind of cool as well. Now I got 2 chargers to bring around with me whenever I want to use one of these G-Shock watch. And a thing about this smartwatch is the fact that this GSWH in particular, I can't use it every single day, making it less reliable than one of these or the H1000. Even though it could do a lot, just like every smartwatch out there, you just have to charge it up every single day, and I hate doing that. Now we got new charger, massive bulky charger, no magnetic cable whatsoever, but the design itself is just perfectly made to be compatible with this watch, and I don't have to even look at what I'm clipping. It will just align itself automatically. There's no magnet whatsoever, and the watch will start charging simply like that. And one of the cool thing about this is the fact that this is something that they're trying to do. I could see that they're using the same charger now for the H2000 series G Squad model, or even the H5600 as well. So the fact that they're using the same charger for multiple different G-Shock shows me that they're trying to standardize every single charger from now onwards. So even though now I have 3 chargers, but if I were to get future G-Shock, I hope they keep doing so I don't have to carry around multiple chargers all the time. So there's that. Next thing, one of the cool about the Rangeman is the fact that for the price, at least in my case, $315. I mean, at that price, there's no other G-Shock that is better than one of these. You're getting metal, you're getting resin, you're getting Rangeman, you're getting Master of G, and in function-wise, it works like a H2000 plus more because you have the tracking function right over here. So you're getting a lot more function than any of this G-Shock you see down here combined at a smaller price point, and even the size is fitting. Of course, the G Squad model is much more slimmer. You could pick up the W600, which is slimmer, but as a Rangeman, something that is well known to be bulky, to be fitting for outdoor situation, and because it's bulky, you could add bigger button, in this case in metal, which helps really well for outdoor users as well. It is mud resistant, and like every other G-Shock, 20 bar resistant. Everything in this watch is just built to last. And speaking of which, the watch operates on 3.7 volt, 140 milliamp hour battery. A tiny battery, if I'm not mistaken, 34, 19, 25 battery. So that's the spec, which gonna cost you around $2 to $3 to buy online and just swap them up. So just like every smartwatch on the market, they tend to, I don't know, expire over 2 to 3 years with often usage. So you don't have to worry about battery expiring anymore. You could literally swap them up yourself. That is that easy. Something that not a lot of smartwatch on the market could do. I know the movement is stuff, it probably could last 10 to 20 years for most G-Shock, but if the battery and the movement cannot last that long, what's the point? And that is something that what makes this G-Shock is so cool, I think. And now, with that said, with all that general things that I think about this watch, I hope you guys learned a thing or two in this video. I'll be making a separate video to talk about one of the little things that I found to be unique and interesting for this Rangeman. We'll talk about it later. And for different video, you know, so many things to talk about here, I have to separate them up. We'll disassemble the watch and see how it looks inside, and I'm going to customize it to different color, because this black and yellow one tend to pick up jeans color, or if you're wearing darker shirts, it's gonna pick it up. So I don't want that to ruin my G-Shock watch over here, unless we find the original parts. But for now, it is what it is. Really look like a lightning yellow Rangeman as well, right? With that yellow and black color scheme. Really popular G-Shock Rangeman back then, and this one is mimicking that, and I love the color as well in this case. All right, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. This is G-Shock High Fashion Channel, and out.